Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5 minute or less video. I try to tell you everything you need to know within this 5 minutes to make a decision on what you need to do. Many of you are shopping for representation and others want to do it yourself. I do these videos for 3 reasons. So you don't get ripped off. I give you insider information from IRS when I can, and I try to educate you. If you want to see me and my team, and I've been on TV a bunch of times, national news, and you want to see me in a coat and tie, you can go to 777irs.com. I've been on Fox Business, ABC, NBC, CBS, Newsmax, and like all the major stations. So I try to help people as much as I can. I do representation, but I really try to inform you as to the things you need. And this is what this video is today. I really feel there's a need to actually help people without saying hire me. And today I'm going to do this video on when a person should represent themselves and when they shouldn't. Many people call me with smaller cases that are under $25,000 or $30,000, and I just tell them what to do. Those aren't cases that I represent people, and they can really represent themselves, and they don't need representation. They don't need to pay people, and they don't need to get ripped off. And there's nothing worse than someone calls me and they owe $30,000 and someone charged them $3,500 to set up a payment agreement, and they really didn't need to do that. They could have done that themselves. So anyway, what I want to explain to you is when you need representation and when you don't. I've done this for 50 years, so take my advice as the advice you need to hear. If you have a high dollar case, you have unfiled returns for years, or you owe payroll taxes, you're having an audit, you pretty much need IRS representation. For an IRS audit, if all your records are really good, your records are an 8, 9, or even a 10, go in yourself. You don't need anyone to go in on the representation. If you feel your returns are a little suspect and you have a couple skeletons and you don't know, oh man, I'm not happy, do not represent yourself. You know, you're going to say, well, I don't want to pay these fees, but the problem is, at the end of the day, a good representative is going to save you the money you're going to spend. You're going to pay them and not pay IRS. So that's up to you. You're a fool to go into IRS if you're not feeling confident about your records, or if your records are only a 5 or 6. You are a fool to do your self-representation. You're not going to want to spend the money, but you are going to pay on the back end. I guarantee it. But like I said, if it's you feel confident about the records, there's no skeletons, just go in yourself. On an IRS collection case, if you owe maybe up to $30,000, maybe $35,000, you can usually just represent yourself. Usually your case is going to go into currently non-collectible or a payment agreement. So you can go online and make a payment agreement at irs.gov. And if you want to make a 6-year payment, you can do it over 72 months. Just go on the computer and do that yourself. You don't need anybody. Don't waste your money on representation. If you're in a true hardship and you're just getting by from week to week, just call IRS. IRS is going to want a 433F financial statement, download it, fill it out, so when you call IRS, you'll have the information along with your pay stubs. And if you truly are just getting by, there's nothing wrong with going ahead and do it. If you owe a large dollar to Internal Revenue Service, what I call in the $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 range and up, we represent people with millions of dollars here, you need to get representation no matter what. Let me just tell you why. You don't understand what IRS is doing for their exit strategy. You don't know what the IRS is going to do when you need to find out what their standards are and how they view your case. As a former IRS agent, what trips up everyone is the national standards. So I'm just telling you the difference between you working your case and me working your case. there's not going to be comparison. I'm going to circle you 1,000 times, and you're going to wind up paying IRS more than you should, simply because you don't know the protocol and the boundaries of what IRS can and want to do with your case. But like I said, on smaller dollar cases, represent yourself. There's nothing wrong with calling the 1-800 number, telling IRS I cannot pay, and going ahead and doing the work. I think today I instructed 3 people just to call the IRS, and they saved themselves about $3,000 a piece from people otherwise would have went ahead and ripped them off. Anyway, if you have any questions, you're welcome to call me. I always tell you the truth. You can see my information below in the description section. I do always appreciate if you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It helps YouTube know that we're doing a good job. That's how YouTube values us, by subscriptions. Thank you very much for listening. I hope I didn't waste your time. Thank you.